like, you ever watch a movie and you just get that kind of visceral reaction, and usually it comes in like horror movies. You know, you turn on Hostel, you don't realize that this girl's gonna get her fucking eye melted out with a goddamn blowtorch, and you're just like, oh god, that's terrible. You know, Human Centipede style. Once you think about the girl eating the Japanese dude's poop, you're kind of just like, whoa, but it's more of a rarity, at least for me, to have it the other way around, where you're watching a really nice movie and it's like two young people and they kiss for the first time and you're just like, oh, I remember my first kiss too, and then you start kind of getting that like fuzzy feeling, just like, oh, it's so cute. That's how I felt in that movie. It was really weird. I was like watching it and feeling like oddly emotional. You ever see the movie Up? It reminded me exactly like that. It's a fucking cartoon. They're not even real people. They're fictional characters, and I watched that shit. And it kind of makes me want to cry a little bit when you realize that the old man's so grumpy because his best friend, his whole life, the little love story, and then she dies and he's all alone. Oh, God, it's just a heartbreaker. I know it's not real, but it still makes me sad. That's kind of how I felt in Moonrise Kingdom, except it was happy. It was beautiful. It was a story about innocent young love. Oh, man, how cute. How cute. The scene when they're on the beach and they kiss for the first time, and she's like, do you know how to French kiss? And he's like, I think so. Is there any secret? And she's like, we have to touch tongues. It's like that awkward, sort of like in Superbad. The first time I saw Superbad, you know the scene when Fogel gets it in? You know, he's like, I think it's in. For some reason, that kind of stuck with me. I was just like, this is oddly graphic. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not even seeing titties right here, and I have that kind of like, ugh feeling. I seriously recommend Moonrise Kingdom, especially if you like Edward Norton. I am a big Edward Norton fan. One of my absolute favorite actors. Top 3 for sure. Edward Norton, Kevin Spacey, Philip Seymour Hoffman, top 3. He's one of the main characters in it. He plays like the scout leader. Pretty interesting role. Very different. I mean, Edward Norton is sort of known for his diversity. I'll look a little cardy here. Sort of known for his diversity. You know, he has like American History X and all that kind of shit. But I would recommend it if you like flicks like that. If what I'm describing, if you like that visceral reaction, and it's definitely artsy. The music is a little much though. I don't really know what's going on with the music in Moonrise Kingdom, but you think the bridge to Terabithia is much better? I have not seen that. Bridge to Terabithia. Let's pop that one into Google, and maybe I'll watch that today. God damn, I've got too many fucking. I have too many tabs open right now. What is it? Bridge to Terra. Oh, there it is. Terabithia. Okay, I'll have to check that one out. That's a good flick, huh? Similar. Zyori, this is gonna sound very gay. Trust me, no homo. I could listen to you all day. Talk like a white Morgan Freeman. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's so nice. Zyori is my man. Jeez. Those live action, yeah. So anyway, I like movies like that. I'm sort of like a romantic in disguise. What do you want? Oh, go bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm telling a story and I missed it. Oh, jeez, that's my bad. You think we could kill something on the way? Maybe I'll gank middle. Let's try this. Let's do it. Oh, Jesus.
Are you the real Zyori? Oh my god.
Oh boy, oh boy. I was not paying any attention to this game at all, guys. I got caught up in the movies. I'm trying to talk to you guys and talk about movies, but yeah, it's I should have bought some wards too. I'm fucking up hard. But yeah, I'm like a little bit of a romantic when it comes to movies like that, where I really like watching movies where I like really innocent young love, and that sounds like really creepy, but not like like when it's portrayed in a way that is like nice and very thoughtful, like it is in Moonrise Shadow, where it's like these two young people that don't fit in and they're very innocent and they kind of connect with one another, and then the moral of the story becomes more kind of like it's like a soulmate type thing, and that's just such a cute, like it's such a nice nice piece of fiction. You know, you don't often think you don't get to see that in real life enough. You know, unfortunately, the real world is not a fucking fairy tale. And that's why I like watching fairy tales in my free time. I tried to watch another flick last night, another one recommended by Mr. Suns fan. It was the What Dreams May Come, the Robin Williams movie. I did not like it. I actually fell asleep. It didn't keep my attention. Oh god, what are you doing, Witch Doctor? What are you doing, Witch Doctor? Oh no, is that a feederino? I think it is. Oh no, what am I doing? I'm so sorry. Alright, let me get some wards. Oh no, somebody else already bought wards. Okay, what was I gonna buy? There's something else I was gonna buy. What was it? I guess it's just a TP scroll. Okay, let's try to not commence the feed here. I gotta focus less on movies and more on this game. Anyway, it's the Robin Williams flick. I think it's What Dreams May Come, where he, like... It's another soulmate movie. And, like, it just sucked. I don't know. He's, like... It's very cerebral. It was too cerebral for me. He, like... Has anybody seen this flick? He plays... At the very beginning, he meets this lady, and then it jumps into the future, and they're, like, deep in love, and they have this nice family and everything. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And then his kids die. Like, all of his kids are on the way to school, and the nanny's driving, and they get in a car accident, and his whole family dies at the very beginning of the movie, except him and his wife. It's like they have, like, 3 kids, so they're all super sad and emo, what have you. And they're working through it, you know, they start an art gallery, they're doing what they can, trying to come back in life. And then Robin Williams dies. So now this lady's left all alone, and her life sucks. She lost all of her kids and her husband. So that's basically how the movie starts. This is like the first 12 minutes of the movie or something. So I'm like, alright, I like where this is going. And then it turns into this whole, like, cerebral, like, Robin Williams is dead, and, like, they don't really say if he's in heaven or if he's just in the afterlife or what it is. And he just... It's just weird. It becomes this thing where he, like, connects with his wife, and it's like, oh, you guys are soulmates, so now she can hear you even though you're dead, and you can still talk to her, and it's just like, I did not care for it. Robin Williams, I know you're dead, but that was not one of your better works. What Dreams May Come. Too fucking weird. Maybe I should have stuck it out, and maybe the ending's good, but, I would not recommend, unless you're really into those, like, odd cerebral type flicks. I liked it was one of those movies where I really liked the opening, and then I didn't like the angle it took after the opening. Like, I liked the idea of, like, oh, alright, his whole fucking family dies. This is gonna be awesome. Like, how are they gonna handle it? That meant they're gonna go crazy. And then, after he dies, I'm like, man, I don't really care about your wife that much. All I care about is you, Robbie. Why are we aggro-trying with a void right here? This is so fucking stupid. Why are we doing this? Oh my god. I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm gonna roll with the punches. I'm gonna try to get level 6. I'm gonna make the big... I gotta fix my chair. I'm like... Oh shit, that was the wrong way. Oh no, guys, don't fight yet. I was fixing my chair. Oh my god, we could have killed him. Oh my, we could still kill him. Oh my god, I literally... That was the worst time possible. Oh my god. My chair's fucked up. Ah! Phoenix. Oh, I used my cask already. Ooh, the first hit bash! Oh my god, dude. The RNG. Void, you are a hero. You are a man among men, my friend. Sorry, Merlin. Oh, man. Aggro try void. Good shit. My name is actually Robin. Robin Williams, you silly willy. Oh, Phoenix, I know you're upset, dude, but get over it. But yeah, anyway, so those are 2 movies I've seen recently. Movies that I actually like, kind of my favorites. My top 3 are Good Will Hunting and American Beauty are probably my top 2. Those are just like movies that I can watch over and over and over and not be upset about it. You know, it's really good shit. I think I need to reset my browser. I have literally 30 tabs open and it's making me lag. I don't like this. But Good Will Hunting in particular, I don't know what it is about that movie. Part of it is like I really like the kind of storylines that have to do with smart people. I like stories about people that don't fit in. You know, in high school I was kind of a loner, isn't the right word, but just kind of my own beast. You know, I didn't really adhere to the norms of what other people expected. So I've always been fascinated by those kind of like, I don't fit in, but oh man, I'm really good at something kind of a movie. And that's like what Good Will Hunting is all about. But god damn, there are some scenes in Good Will Hunting that like still, I know it's gonna happen, they still give me nerd chills. Like it's too good. Like that part when Robin Williams finally breaks down what's his name? Will, the Good Will Hunt, the Matt Damon character, the main character, like, you know, he goes into the therapy sessions, and that scene when he's like, he finally realizes that he can push him and kind of have a breakthrough, and he's just like, it's not your fault. He's like, I know that. No. Listen to me. It's not your fault. He's like, come on, man. And then he like, Matt Damon gets really mad and he's like, don't fuck with me, man. Don't fuck with me. And he's like, tries to hit him, and then like he just keeps saying it. And then finally Matt Damon cries and finally lets it all out. Oh my god, dude. That scene, I can't watch that scene like and not kind of get that feeling. I'm just like, oh man, that's so fucking just, it's so good. I have to try not to tear up a little bit. You know, it's that fucking it's that level. If you have not seen Good Will Hunting, I swear to God, you're doing yourself an injustice. Watch that shit right now. Get it going on. It's awesome. All right, I'm a little behind on the XP because I had to roam down, but will do. Oh, Django Unchained. That's a good one. That's a good one. Tarantino is pretty good. I like some Tarantino flicks a lot, and I don't like some of them at all. I saw Django Unchained. I liked it. I thought it was good, but I don't know. It was just a weird movie. It was very Tarantino-y, if that is an appropriate way of explaining how Tarantino does things. Die, Bristleback. Die, Bristleback! Oh, the living armor. Oh, the sustain! It's just... Dude, what the fuck is this? 5 heroes in the bottom lane? What the fuck, dude? What kind of a rotation is that? Why would they rotate 5 heroes? Phoenix just tied to the Dire. That was not worth it at all. They had a 2-for-1 on supports. They traded a tier 1 tower mid.
1-for-1. And the tower is fine.
Yeah, dude, that was not worth it at all. It was a 1-for-2, but they moved 5 heroes, only killed supports. You got a tower, and Necro is free farming. What the hell's wrong with these guys? Maybe they know I'm streaming and they just want to make me angry. They'll have to do a lot more than that. Ha ha ha. Fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Django. It was just very Tarantino-y. I liked the kind of story. I really liked the Samuel L. Jackson character. How he's like the racist. He's like the racist black guy, which is really weird. Where he's like that intermediary slave owner, where he's black, so obviously he's like a slave and doesn't have proper rights in context of that movie. But he's like the guy that's in charge of the house where all the slaves live and work. So he's like kind of more racist than a lot of even the white people, because you gotta be all sorts of messed up to be like okay with racism on your own people, and you're sort of perpetrating it. I like that just the dynamic of that character. I thought Django was a little bit long though. Okay, I thought it was a little long and a little boring. I liked I like how Tarantino does cameos in his own movies. You know, like he's in most of them, at least in a small part. And I really like the part in Django when Quentin Tarantino dies. He plays like the bandit, and he it's always really funny. He pulls the pin on a grenade. I forget what happens, but he ends up holding a grenade in his hand when it explodes, and his body fucking blows up, and it's like the bloodiest death in a movie I've ever fucking seen. I did enjoy that quite a bit. I don't know. Django was just a weird movie. I was okay with the amount of profanity they used, particularly with the N-word. That was something that movie got a lot of flack for, saying that they almost used it to a joking point, and I think that was sort of the point, to try and sort of desensitize it a little bit. And also, I mean, there is some cultural relevance at the time. But it's weird though. You walk out of that movie after 2 hours. I mean, how many times did they say it in that movie? It's a lot. I mean, it's got to be like... It's got to be close to 100, if not 100. It's pretty ridiculous. You just walk out of it, and it's almost like you feel like it's okay, and you have to go, wait a second. No, I'm still not really supposed to say that word. No, this is still not okay. Oh yeah, let me give you some sustain here, buddy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Bristleback. Ooh, daddy. I probably could have lasted a little longer. Ooh, daddy. Whoa, Witch Doctor making the plays. Okie dokie. He's right here. Do we have... Oh, no. Oh, no. He's still dead, and I'm okay with it. Oh, man, that was unfortunate. You get him, Veno. Yeah, give it to him. Stupid dog. But I thought Django's okay. I don't have a big problem with it. I think the best... Reservoir Dogs was okay. See, I wasn't crazy about Reservoir Dogs. I don't know, man. I feel like I didn't get it. I saw that movie really late in the game, and I just didn't care for it. The other thing I like is the opening when Steve Buscemi's talking about how much of a douchebag he is when it comes to tipping. I thought that conversation was pretty funny. I think Pulp Fiction is by far the best movie that Tarantino did. Albeit I have not seen all of Tarantino's movies. I'm not really a huge Tarantino fan, but I think Pulp Fiction it stands apart. Like, I would put Pulp Fiction in my top 10, fucking good flick. So many good one-liners from that. That scene in Pulp Fiction, when John Travolta is picking up Uma Thurman. I have my ultimate ready, so... Oh, there's someone over here. When he first meets her, and she comes in and he's, you know... That, like, when they're playing Son of a Preacher Man, that is a really intense scene. The cinematography is just beautiful. It is just simply beautiful. She's like, pour yourself a drink. Like, the way he films it, like, just showing the lips and stuff, very sexual. Very, very sexual. It's one of those scenes that's just perfectly done. The color, the audio, the whole thing. When he's driving all high on heroin and stuff, the whole thing is just beautifully done. My absolute favorite part in that movie, though, is, again, the Quentin Tarantino cameo. You guys know that if you've seen Pulp Fiction, you know that the character Jimmy, you know, when they accidentally shoot the guy in the car, Marvin or whatever the fuck his name is, they accidentally kill him, so they have to go, like, clean out the car, and they go to that guy Jimmy's house. That's Quentin Tarantino. And there are just so many fucking ridiculous one-liners in that scene. But just the whole thing with the Jimmy character is absolutely hysterical. There's so many lines in that movie that I would love to quote right now, but so many of them use racist imagery, and I feel like it's the words I shouldn't say, man. Over it. That's a movie worth a watch. If you haven't seen Pulp Fiction, you should definitely check it out. You know, one of my other top movies, weird as this is actually Titanic. Titanic is really, really good. Wait, did they kill Roche? What? What's up, Dro Ranger? What's up, Dro Ranger? I can't believe they got Roche. I wasn't even paying attention. Titanic is a fucking good movie. Obviously, it's a chick flick. I talked about this in the podcast with Sunsfan, guys. If you didn't watch it, guys, check out this podcast. This is some good shit here. This is kind of what Sunsfan and I did in the podcast, except there was another voice in the mix. But Titanic is also really, really good. If you don't recognize that movie is more than just a fucking chick flick. I watched it again the other day. I thought about it. I was like, you know, I haven't seen Titanic in a while. And that scene, there's two really good scenes. The one when Jack goes to, when he visits the rich people on the first class, you know, after he saves Rose. That scene is really good. That speech he goes to make each day count. I've got air in me lungs. And oh my God, it's so beautiful. Goddamn Trent. It's so beautiful. Sorry, Merlin. Can we turn on this bristle fucker?
I don't have any mana or health, or I would.
Okie dokes. We'll run for it, pal. No worries. But Titanic is really good. I mean, anything from what's his name?
Wait, Sam got out of that? What the fuck?
I was gonna say Judd Apatow. What the hell's his name? Is it James Cameron? That's it, James Cameron. He just puts next level attention to detail into his flicks, and Titanic is like that. And even some of the macro shots where it's like the boat zoomed out and showing like just the sheer girth and size of it and stuff. Very impressive cinematography. Really, really impressive shit, especially for the time. Oh my God. I actually like you remember when Titanic was on VHS? Like I remember when it came out. Like as soon as it hit Blockbuster, my family rented it. We didn't see it in theaters. We read all about the hype, and we were just like, all right, we gotta see what everyone's talking about. Let's rent some Titanic. And it comes in 2 VHSs, and it breaks like the nipple scene when Jack draws Rose and then they fuck in the car is close to the end. Like basically you have to switch tapes right when the ship hits the iceberg. I don't remember if the iceberg hitting is in the beginning of the second tape or at the very end of the first tape, but that's right where it splits. So I remember that was always the joke of like, oh, which half do you like better? And I remember when we rented it, the first thing I did, I popped in the second tape. I was like, I don't want to see that fucking love bullshit. I just want to see this motherfucking sink. Like that was my only priority. As what year did I was probably like 9 or something. You know, my priority was I want to see that boat sink. So I started halfway through the movie. It must have been the iceberg starts off the second part because I remember seeing the iceberg at the very beginning. You know, and then so I always thought the fun part was the boat sinking. And then I went back and realized, oh, the good part is actually the first half. The first half of the movie is way better. Especially the beginning when they're showing like all the area in Denmark and Liverpool and stuff. And I think Liverpool's in Denmark, right? Oh man, it's good shit, good shit. I'm a sucker for that love story too. That scene when Rose, like you guys remember the love story, right? You know, Jack he saves Rose, and then he wants her to like to hang out with him, and then she's like, no, I have to stay with Cal. This is my life. Come on. Oh, blind ulti. Let's do it. GG! Whoop, 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 whoop. Look at all this damage. That's a full duration death ward. Voodoo Doctor. Oh, look at it go. Oh, I cursed him. Dro, you're gonna go blow for blow with me? You dead, motherfucker? Oh, no, wait, I'm dead. Shit. Oh, no. Damn it. Guys, I thought I could kill the Dro. Oh, man, I manned up in the wrong time. Ah, that's okay. What are you gonna do? You can't win them all, right? Ah, it's okay. We're still wrecking them. But, you know, like, Jack goes to her and it's just like, come on, that fire I love about you is going to burn out. And she says no, and then she goes back to Cal, and, you know, they're talking about some fucking bullshit she doesn't care about. Now, they're sitting at dinner, and she looks over, and she sees this single mom and her daughter. And her daughter's wearing all the, like, high-class garb, and the lady is showing her how you're supposed to plant your napkin on your lap, and it's all about, like, the high-class ritual, and Rose just looks at her and is just like, holy fuck, these people are grooming young people to have their lives ruined, and, like, she just... Something about that scene, you know, you see it in her face that she looks at this kid who doesn't know that she's suffering yet, and she just, like, empathizes so much with this 5-year-old that she says, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna suck Jack's D, oh, yeah, and then she's like, Jack, I'm gonna get off the boat with you, and then he draws her, and then the rest is history, and then, unfortunately, he dies, but, you know, what are you gonna do? And then I didn't like the ending that much, though. I have to admit, the whole, like, I'll never let go, and then he lets go of the fucking raft that he's floating on and dies. I did not care for the ending that much. But I guess it needs to be, you know. Oh, I ulted a little far back. Is it enough for a kill? We'll see. Witch Doctor stands his ground. He's gonna die. Well, I got a kill on the Dro at least, and baited out the TA. All right, that's a 2 for 3, baby. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good job, guys. All right, I love Witch Doctor, dude. I love it. It's so much fun. People run away from you. It's great. Jack died because Rose is a selfish cunt. That is pretty true, Zex. That was what I don't like about it. Like, they spend so much time in that movie, like, securing the details, making sure everything is perfect, and, you know, the little geysers and the story, there's no holes, and, like, it's so well done. Then you get to the end, and it's just like James Cameron was like, well, you just gotta push this bitch out, guys. We just gotta get this shit wrapped up. Like, so how are we gonna get this whole Jack dying thing? Okay, so there's just this one piece of wood. I know there's a lot of shit in the boat, but there's just this one big thing that's floating, and Jack and Rose are sharing it, right? And then Jack tries to get on. He tries once. He falls off, and then says, ah, fuck it. I'll just sit in the water, Rose. You, like... He only tries once. It's a balancing act, dude. You gotta get on, and you gotta... It's so fucking stupid. As if he couldn't have found another piece of driftwood to get on and just sit about. You know, like, that's it's such a good movie that ends so shittily. I actually usually don't watch the ending. That's one of those movies I watch 90% of, and I'm like, all right, I got my Titanic fix for the next 6 months. And then I move on, because it's just so, like... It's almost insulting as a viewer. It's offensive, the way they end it, the way Jack dies. You know? I mean, why not? I also think it's kind of funny that she just finds a whistle and she takes it out of the dead guy's mouth. The other thing that pisses me off about the Titanic, which is historically accurate, but it's just stupid in general, is that once they hit the iceberg, the captain is just like, all right, everybody stop. If you keep the boat moving, it would have taken water in at a slower rate, so it would have sunk, Necro? Oh my god, Necro, I'm sorry. I took the stupidest path possible. I thought they were going to commit the other way. I'm a derp wagon. Why you abandoned me? It wasn't intentional, okay, friend?
Your top tower is under attack.
Could you die, TA? Please? Come on, come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nicely done, CM. All right. But if you kept the boat moving, it would have taken on water slower and it would have stayed afloat a little bit longer. But just for the life of me, why the fuck would you stop? So you're sitting. All right, so let's just paint the picture, okay? You're cruising on your boat, you know, you're going middle of the night. The dipshit in the little thing is like, iceberg ahead, Captain, and you're like, ah, fuck, we can't turn fast enough. You hit the iceberg, you're taking on water. First thing you do is stop. Okay, I'm with that. So you SOS, you say, we need help, beep, 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 any boats nearby, beep, 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 right? So you're looking for help, okay? And a boat calls back, they're like, okay, we're coming, but we're like 3 hours away, or 4 hours away, whatever it is, super far, like further away than the boat will still be afloat. And you're like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? We don't have enough lifeboats. wouldn't you start driving the boat towards the other boat that's coming to rescue you? Just simple mathematics. You sit here, they're coming towards you. If you start closing the distance, that cuts down the time it takes them to get to you. Why didn't they just do that? That's the part that always really bothered me about the whole Titanic story. It's just like, why? Why not just move the boat? You got a propeller, like it's not like the engine's broke. I don't know, that shit always just chat my ass. Like, how dumb was that captain? You know what I mean? Because rich people are stupid. I guess. Oh yeah, I can get my Ags. Woohoo!
Your bottom tower is
I don't know, man. I don't know, but that always bothered me. And like, obviously, in the context of the movie, they're not like gonna change the ending because that's what really happened. Like, they stopped the boat, but like, you don't have to be a captain. You don't have to know shit about nautical flags to like understand that. Hey, this is kind of stupid. Maybe we should keep the boat moving. Like, I don't know shit about boats, but that would have been my suggestion if I was that little admiral. When I realized the captain was checked out, I would have been like, you know what, Captain, why don't you just jump overboard? We'll take it over from here since you did absolutely nothing besides stand here and drink tea. I saw you gave an order to fire up the secondary engine. Congratulations, sir. But you know, we're having bigger problems right now, Captain. Captain. Think of all the gay Peruvian with it. What the fuck, dude? I don't even know what these guys are talking about. Whoopa! Oh, I don't have my ult. This would have been a perfect ult. Oh wait, no, it's just Dro. Still killed her. Yeah, Witch Doctor. Look at it go. I wonder if this rebroadcast started. I should check. But yeah, that's my rant about Titanic, dude. I just don't get it. I really don't. Like, rebroadcast. Why are you not working? Alright, PM the Twitch people about the rebroadcast. I don't know why it's not working. Are you guys ready for an ult of the ages here? Oh yeah, look at it go. Look at the damage, look at the damage. Alright, that was fun. Yeah, go team. Yeah, alright, go Dire. Great game, guys, that was fun. I talked about movies the entire time. Anybody else like Titanic? It's a good one. Nope, I still don't have any Titanic fans on the team. Bummer. Sorry, Merlin. Say hi to Mom, Void. Hi, Mom. I want to hear the TA. I wish we could hear him. I really thought you would throw this, Zyori. Well done. Thanks, guys. I do what I can. Look, Trent's still talking shit about TA. Poor guy. So yeah, the Starladder rebroadcast should be coming soon. I don't know why it's not up. It should be working, but it just isn't. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Well, thanks for the invite. I'm gonna play another solo queue. That was a lot of fun. I want to keep talking about movies and stuff. This is great. This is good shit right here. I had too much Red Bull. I'm sorry. I'm really wired. I got another piece of bacon. There's another top movie that I'm forgetting about. American Beauty is a good one. I feel like most people know about the glories of American Beauty these days. It's a really good movie, though. Kevin Spacey just knocks it out of the park, ballparks it. I mean, that's not remotely surprising. Kevin Spacey's a top-notch actor. We're going to take this time to do some advertising, though, guys. There's a few things you need to know. One, of course, you can subscribe if you're enjoying the witty banter here amongst myself. Subscribing is great. I love it. Oh, you get the cool little icons. You can make Zyori cheese in chat. Somebody makes Zyori cheese right now. Show them what they're missing, and you get the Zyori shades. If we get up to 25 subs, 25, we get some more icons. I got some fun ones. I'm not going to spoil it, but I really want more icons, so let's do this thing. But we'll do in-houses, and sometimes I queue with subs and stuff. If you want to check it out, the channel on the client is Zyori TV. That's where I idle and hang out if you want to chat with me. And if you're a sub that's really eager, I will probably add you on Steam if you add me. If you just being a sub in general, if you ask me a question and I think, oh, I know this guy's a sub, I'll spend more time talking to you. It's a mental thing. You know, I appreciate you guys that appreciate me. Eh? Also, if you want to support the Zyori podcast and or the stream, you can check out the link down below. The Amazon affiliate link sends you right to Amazon, and you can buy things like normal. Nothing costs you anything extra, but I get a little kickback for sending you Amazon's way. So if you're going to order your next $5,000 plasma TV on Amazon, please use my referral code, because I get a little chunk of that. And goddamn cats, you see how much brighter it got in here? The cat just pulled down my blinds. I've got blackout drapes hanging up over there, and the cat literally just pulled them down. Fucking felines, man. What are you going to do? That's enough advertising, though, guys. Let's see what's going on in the nether realms of the internet. Do we dare? No, we don't dare. We don't dare. I'm really upset that this rebroadcast isn't working. I'm... Let's see here. That is troubling. Let's see. All right, let's look at Twitch chat while we're... All right, that's the Zyori you guys are missing out. Do you like muscles? I like muscles. I actually need to go to the gym today. My back's a little bit sore because yesterday I was on the computer way too long. Ooh, Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. Okay, that's another movie that we can talk about. It's actually one that I'm not that into. That's a really fucking weird movie. I like the kind of concept of it, but I've watched it twice, and I feel like I still don't really know what's going on with that movie. Does that make sense? Is that how y'all feel about that Jim Carrey movie? It's really, what is this cat doing? I'm getting invaded here. I swear to God. Kitty. Kiki. Oh, little Kiki. Let's go full screen here. You see the little... That is the face of a... Look at him. He knows. He's like, oh, somebody's looking at me. Kiki. Hi, rascal. Fucking cats, dude. I swear to God. Ooh, Spoon is on the other team. Great. It's weird, though. You know what my biggest beef with it, and this is a total Zyori bias here. Hey Spoon, who are you in the last game? You were the Crystal Maiden. All right, yeah, awesome, dude. Well played last game. Give you an E high five. You know what I'm saying? I can't get over Frodo. I see that guy, you know, I see, what's his name, Elijah Wood. I see that guy and I just go, Frodo. You know, there's like probably 5 actors where they've played that one role and it's forever ruined my mind of them playing other roles. Walter White, another great one. For a while, like when I first started watching Breaking Bad, all I saw was, oh, Malcolm's dad. What are you doing? I don't even remember what Malcolm's like. Malcolm in the Middle. He played the dopey dad. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, Hal. With that bitchy-ass wife that he had. And then I finally was like, okay, no, this guy's a badass. This is Walter White gone. This is Malcolm in the Middle gone bad. And then that's it. There's no more, like, if he tries to do anything else. Like, what's Bryan Cranston going to do? Anytime I see him, I'm just going to be like, Walter. Oh, stop it, Walter. You know? That's the same way I feel about Frodo. I see him and I just think, Frodo, how do you get out of the Shire, you little dog? I didn't know that there was a portal from Middle-earth to real Earth, you sneaky little devil. So I see that movie and, like, I just can't help myself but thinking, like, Frodo, what the fuck you doing, man? Shouldn't you be walking to Mordor? Look at these cute little birds. This cat wants to get out of my room. Stop yelling at me, you little bastard. All right, we're going to have to re-queue here. That's unfortunate. So I think that's part of the reason I don't really like Eternal Sunshine as much as most people do. Oh, we got another game. As much as I should. Yeah, little rascal. All right. Come on, rascal. I know, you're scared as fuck. Come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Goddamn little biscuit. All right. So that is a issue with it, but it's just too confusing. Like, I feel like I don't really get it. Can somebody explain Spotless Mind to me? I would subscribe, but I don't have a debit card or credit card. That's really unfortunate, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what I would do if I did not have a credit card or debit card. I think my life would be a lot worse because I order a lot of things online. Malcolm. I'm Raven Zeke. Well, Raven Zeke, if you subscribe, maybe I'll accept it. If you do subscribe and you need me to add you, though, you gotta let me know because here, just look at this. Oh wait, you can't see it on this over. Just look at this right here. It's like a lawnmower. Look at all these people that want to be my friend. There's a lot of them. Ooh, you whippy. The bedazzler. It's bedazzler. But yeah, whatever works. I have not seen that flick. I've not seen that flick. Oh yeah, there was another. So what was? I know I'm like forgetting a key movie that I really like, and I'm forgetting what it is. I have to look at my list here because I'm a fucking nerd. Oh, Magnolia. That's the other one. Holy shit, that's a weird movie. I don't know who did it. It's a famous guy, the director or the writer or whatever. But Magnolia is a weird one. I have a soft spot for any Philip Seymour Hoffman movie. Really like Philly C. But or I liked is probably the more appropriate tense. Guys, you want to see some Warlock play? Should I play Warlock? What do we want to play here? I'm in a warlock kind of mood. I could play Witch Doctor again. I need a hero that I can play and just talk the whole time and not have to pay attention. Oh, Void Art. You know what? I think I'm going to Witch Doctor again. Look at it go. Fuck it, Witch Doctor, baby. Oh, yeah, look at it go. Oh, yeah, look at it go. Are any of these sets cool? I do not like that one. I do not like that one. And I don't really like that one. Nope, I don't want any of these. That's kind of a cool effect, but I especially don't like this one. No, I think I'm okay with my Witch Doctor. Let's see. I know I have a... Let's see. Which headpiece? Oh, we're going to go crazy. Let's use this one this time. Look at this. Oh, kind of a... What is that? Void it up, y'all.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I don't know. I think Archikiro could go mid. I have some confidence. Show me the Disruptor. Sorry, I'm going to Witch Doctor again. Sorry, Anne. Show me the Disruptor. Annie, rather. I see your name and I just see Anne. I don't see the second E. It's a weird thing. Jack can't mid against Storm. I don't live in the world of can'ts. I live in the world of yes. This time I think I'm gonna get a circlet. Guys, do you see this card? Apparently this cardie is worth like... I think, oh, cardie here is worth like 30 bucks. I have the genuine cardie. I finally stopped using my naked Greeple, only because I think cardie is pretty cute. I can get down to cardie. Look at this guy. He's so little. Oh, what's in his little basket? I never really looked before. What's he got here? Looks like he's got some tangos, a smoke of deceit, a shadow blade. Looks like a quelling blade, a TP scroll, a bottle. I don't know what that other thing is. That a vitality booster maybe? That's a pretty loaded up little cart there. I like it. Cutie pie. All right. Okie dokes. So yeah, Magnolia is a weird movie though. It's one of those movies that has like 5 or 6 stories all going at once, and then they all kind of combine into one story as it goes on and on. It's like at the end of the movie, your head kind of hurts, and you need to like go on Wikipedia and look up the web of how all the characters are related to each other because it's so fucking confusing. It's really good though. There's a lot of cool. It's like one of those movies that isn't really about much when it's happening, but it's more about the characters and how they interact with each other, and more about how the dynamic of how little tiny things splinter out into making these big things happen. You know, like you deciding to get an iced coffee instead of a hot coffee that day is the difference of that clerk, you know, thinking that you're an idiot or a smart person, and that influences the way he makes a decision. Then that decision influences the way other people make decisions. And these seemingly, it's sort of this idea that we have, it's like this, it has a lot of allegories, but one of them is that we have this sort of mentality as humans that big decisions are what really matter. Like all the little things that you do are just whatever. It's kind of random. Like, oh, I want this today. I want this coffee. But every little thing that you do influences other people that influence other people, that everything changes that way. It's sort of like that butterfly effect, you know, like if you go back in time and you kill like one little bug, and then over time, if you go back in time or forward in time, like, you know, 2,000 years, the air is different. All this shit is fucked up because that one little bug was like part of a diet from someone else, and that fucked up them. And then it's like this amplified echo throughout like the time continuum. Sort of a similar sort of angle. It's a pretty deep movie. It's pretty good. I like it though. And Tom Cruise, oh my god, he's so good in that fucking movie. He plays this big jerky guy that's like, he's like a self-help type dude. But it's like this super sexist, like, I forget what it's called, but it's like all about just how to like do women and show them your dick and all this stuff. It's really weird. It's a good flick though. Long. It's not for everyone, but I recommend it. Mr. Nobody. That's that futuristic movie, right? With the guy on the cover that looks like Jim Carrey, but it's not Jim Carrey. I saw that it's on Netflix, and I haven't watched it, but I think I would like to. Yeah, give me that clarity. Give me that. Give me that sustain. I think I'm dead. I think it's gonna cold feet. Oh my god, I didn't even need the cold feet. Ouch. Ouch. That was not worth it. I thought I was wrecking him. Guys, this is like last game. I concede first blood, and then we're gonna turn it around and wreck him. Sorry about that. Oh my god, that ice path was Worse than my first blood. Alright, well, a noble effort, Jackie. So yeah, Mr. Nobody, it's a great movie about decisions and all that stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to watch it. I read the synopsis of it on Netflix. It's like, I can't remember what it said. It's like this guy, it's in the future, and then people forget about him. I don't know. It sounded Spotless Mind kind of esque, but yeah, the Spotless Mind thing is weird, isn't it? Like the plot is kind of like Jim Carrey falls in love with this girl, and then she uses the technology to have him erased from her, and then they meet each other again for like a second time, but they don't know that they've had their brains erased. So they like kind of fall in love again, and then she finds out that she's already loved him and then decided she doesn't love him. And then she's like fucking Frodo, but he's also the one that's melting her brain. I don't know, man. That movie's just, it's fucking, I can't digest it right. I'd rather watch Titanic, you know? Easier to follow. Better acting. No, Eternal Sunshine is, it's pretty good. I shouldn't be so facetious about it. It's a good flick. It's good shit, you know, top notch. I am also the other two directors that I really like. I'm a big Kevin Smith guy, you know, partially because he's a Jersey guy. I'm a Jersey guy. There's a little connection there, but I really like Clerks. I think Clerks is one of the better movies. I think it's one of his best movies, and I think it's. I've really come as I've gotten older to appreciate things that are like recognizing the context of the time. When I was younger, I was never really able to do that so well. Just like the Beatles are a great example. Like you listen to it now, I would say the Beatles sound a little bit outdated, at least in some of their tracks. And people, or like Elvis is the Beatles are not the best example. Elvis is a much better example of that kind of like. Oh God, I'm dead again. Fucking Christ, dude, this combo is dirty. Dude, this combo is ridiculous. I wasn't even that far forward. Holy shit. Fuck, what was I talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Clerks, derp. Like that lens of time, the context is what makes things like really important. I think Elvis is a better example. You know, you listen to Elvis now and it's like, yeah, like at the time he was crazy, like making girls horny and shaking his knees and shit. And now you're kind of looking at like, why is that fat guy so popular? You know, like it's this weird thing. It sort of loses its context over time. But that doesn't mean Elvis was any less cool for the time. It's just we can't appreciate it the same way. So I've come that way also in electronica music, like EDM from like the 90s or early 2000s, before everything was like super digital, back when they had to use like analog to make all these sounds, like Mr. Oizo and all this kind of shit. I don't know, I'm kind of becoming a hipster that way, I guess. But I feel like Clerks is like that. I think it holds its own just as is, just amazing fucking, it's just a good movie, even though it's in black and white. But if you think about how that was the first movie he ever wrote, ever directed, it was done on a super low budget. They fucking filmed that shit at the convenience store he worked at in the evenings when it was closed, because they like had nowhere else to film it. Like that's why that's part of the script, like why it's they write it in that the lock is jammed so they can't open the outside, is because they film it inside and you would know that it's dark if it was you know, if it wasn't like that. So like they found all these little cheeky budget things that added to value to the movie and were also like ways to do this movie super budget and still make it really legit. And it's like that, on top of the fact that it's a really good movie just standalone, makes it a fucking amazing movie, if you ask me. So that's why I really like Clerks. I just think the storyline is interesting. I think Kevin Smith's other stuff was a little more hit or miss. I really like all of it. I've never met a Kevin Smith movie that I didn't like, but I think some are better than others. I would say Dogma is probably his second best after Clerks. And what the fuck is going on here? Looking for a courier, I guess. I think Dogma is particularly stands apart from the herd. I like Mallrats, even though it's a stupid movie that kind of sucks. Even Kevin Smith admits that it sucks, which is sort of humorous. But what's his other, like Clerks 2 was pretty assy. I thought Red State was interesting. I think interesting is the appropriate word. Not great, but I think it was. Oh my god! Fuck you, Storm. Storm Spirit's top. God damn it, I'm really feeding up a storm this game. This is bad news bears. I know, I fucked up. Like, Red State, it's the horror movie that he did. It's the last movie that Kevin Smith did. And, you know, obviously, it's like the movie you do, there's no Jay and Silent Bob. It's like a real-ass movie or whatever you want to call it. And it's pretty, well, that was a pretty good cast. And it's pretty good. Like, at face value, I thought it was bad, and I almost turned it off too early, but then I realized that it has a really interesting twist. And I liked it a lot more after I heard Kevin Smith talk about how he created it, where basically he wanted to do something that was just completely different from what he had normally done, and he just started writing it. And he would send it to his friend Malcolm, if you're familiar with Kevin Smith. It's one of his good friends that helps him kind of write stuff. And he would send him parts of the script, and whenever he felt like what he was doing was predictable by the viewer, like you're watching the movie like, all right, I think I know what's going to happen, he would throw a plot twist. So anytime you started to get comfortable with the state of the movie, he would throw a twist, and throw a twist, and throw a twist. And the first time I watched it, I turned it off literally 2 minutes before the first twist. And then I watched the Kevin Smith special and like heard about the way that he filmed it. And then I was like, all right, I think I need to do this movie another chance. And then I watched it past the part where I turned it off and realized, oh my god, I literally turned this movie off when it gets to the good part. It starts off very straightforward. You think, okay, yeah, these kids are going to get captured, they're going to get killed, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be fucking Scream Part 7. And it's just a completely different flick. And I thought the ending was particularly creative. I thought it was a really good way to end the movie. I really like things that have good endings. It just sucks so much when you have an amazing movie or an amazing show, then it gets to the end, and the conclusion is just, like, beyond ass tier. I mean, I feel like that's what happened. Oh, what a cask. What a fucking cask. Who's this witch doctor? Who's your daddy? True Blood is a great example, man. The conclusion that they just had the series finale to True Blood. Oh my god, was it bad? I think it was my least favorite finale ever. Maybe not ever. The Sopranos finale was pretty bad, but holy shit. The True Blood one, they could have like turned the final episode off halfway through and just have it fade out to black text that says, and then everyone lived happily ever after. And it would have had the exact same impact on me. It was just so cheesy, nothing creative, none of the loose ends were wrapped up in a way that was remotely interesting. Everything was just like, oh, Sookie, oh, we just want you to be happy. It's all for you, Sookie, oh, God. And then, like, that's how they're just like, ah, okay. I don't want to spoil it if you guys still want to watch True Blood, but the last season of that show was so fucking shitty. Like, I think True Blood seasons 1 through 4 is really good. An amazing series. Really well done. Interesting storylines. The way they reveal things, it keeps you in... It keeps you excited. The way they sort of slowly reveal things, and there's a lot of mystery to it. And then it gets steadily worse. Season 5 is when it gets too interesting. Like, they start delving into, like, kind of the deep aspect of, like, how vampires were first created and sort of, like, the creation of humans and that kind of shit, which is fascinating, but it's too cerebral, and there's no real easy way to wrap it up, you know? So I think that's kind of a problem, and then they bit off more than they could chew, and then they were like, shit, how do we close this? And you're like, I don't know. We already trumped the human Bible with the vampire Bible. We've gone back to 5000 AD. Like, come on, guys. It's just getting too stupid. It's just too dumb. You go from the realm of fantasy to kind of like real life, then take it back to fantasy. It doesn't work. That's not the roller coaster ride that I signed up for. I don't know. I was really disappointed with how they ended True Blood. As I've told people, it's hard to be a True Blood fan once you get to the final season because it's just so terrible. Like Harry Potter is a good example of a really good ending. Like, I thought the whole concept of a Horcrux and the whole the whole shebang with how like Harry and Voldemort are like arch enemies, but Harry is the last Horcrux. Just like, I thought the whole thing was very creative, very interesting, and just like, I like it when they wrap up a story in a way where you're like, damn, I did not see that shit coming. Like, I also like things where I think of it and I'm like, okay, if you gave me the first 6 Harry Potter books and said, write a fucking cool ending, I would never in a million years have had thought about the Deathly Hallows way of ending Harry Potter. I never would have thought of it. I think it's really creative and really fucking interesting. And it saddens me a little bit. Wait, I was gonna say, I don't know what saddens me. Whoop, 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 whoop. Opa, opa, opa. Alright, let's get some sustain going on here. Stun him up, stun him up. Yeah, nice zip, you stupid bastard. Cleaning up the radiant because I'm dire. Oh yeah. Hey, Ogre McGee, you big fat bastard. You're about to get stunned and you're about to die. Oh, that's a shatter on our Ember Spirit, but it's a track kill on McGee. Given to Magooch. Oh man. Good work though, guys. Worth it. Some track kills coming out. Yeah. But that's part of the reason I like Harry Potter. I also was one of the few people that didn't read the Harry Potter books before I went to the theater and saw the movies. I read the first book, I read the second book, and actually had the third book read to me, which sounds really weird. But I was in, whatever, like 6th grade or something, and that was like, our teacher literally read us The Prisoner of Azkaban, like, to the class. So I didn't have to read it, but I still know what happened. Once it got to the Goblet of Fire, I had no idea what was going to happen. Like I saw the movie and it was just like, all right, this is a first. I don't know what's going on, and that actually made it really interesting. Most people are like, oh, what are you stupid? The movies are so much better. You know, they get all idiot. Oh, you're one of those people that likes movies better than books. Oh, you're so dumb. You know, you get that treatment from people. But I'm like, dude, when I saw the Half-Blood Prince at midnight. Okay, I literally saw it at midnight with my girlfriend at the time. We were living together. Like, she knew what was gonna happen, and she knew that I was in the dark. And we're sitting there at midnight, and I'm like, you know, I can tell this movie is slow. There's like something is gonna go down. Like they're building up to something. Oh, I was gonna death ward there. I didn't have enough mana. That's okay, Jackie. Like if you've seen the Half-Blood Prince, it has a very whoa, daddy. It's a slow movie. It's like you can tell, like with the whole book and Harry's onto this thing. They're like, Harry, I don't approve. Like Hermione's all, I don't approve of you using this textbook with all the secrets in it. And Harry's like, shut up, Hermione. I'm gonna do what I want. Don't tell me what to do with my books. Either way, there weren't any other books left, so I didn't really have a choice. Oh, you know. And I'm just like, what's going on with this fucking book? And then when it's all revealed, when you're in the tower and they're like having the conversation, they're like, oh shit, Malfoy's the one trying to kill fucking Dumbledore. Oh damn, this is. And then Snape comes up and like, I swear to God, that's the closest I've ever come to pooping myself in a movie theater. Absolutely ridiculous. I was so blown. I don't know how I made it through my school career. Damn, that tether. I don't know how I made it through my schooling without getting spoiled that Snape kills Dumbledore. I really don't know how that happened, but I'm so thankful that it did. I'm sure I heard somebody say it, but it I didn't have enough context where it really sunk in and meant anything to me. And like there have been a handful of movies that I've been to in the theater, and you get so far in the zone that you kind of forget you're at the movie theater and you're just like in the zone watching a movie. Like Avatar did that for me. Avatar did that, and fucking Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I was so just like entrenched in the storyline, and I just felt like something was gonna happen. Literally 5 minutes later, Dumbledore is fucking a puddle on the ground, and Oppa. Oh, that's a big ulti. Come on, guys, let's take out the trash. Come on, Ember, take out the trash. Ah. Yeah. Feels good. But I was so surprised, and just like I've very rarely ever felt it, like that feeling where I was just being that I don't know, man. There aren't even words to articulate how I felt when I saw fucking Dumbledore die. I was so attached to that character and just so surprised that Snape betrayed him. And of course, you learn later that it was all part of the plan or whatever, and that makes it even cooler once you know. But I still shattered, but it's okay. Totally worth. Good job, guys. Good job. I don't know. I felt like I was the only one in the theater. Didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was just so into it. So amazing. I would recommend it. So then I didn't know how the series would end. So same thing. I saw it live in the theaters. Although I'm gonna be honest, the last Harry Potter movie, I saw it at midnight, and I drank a little too much, and I passed out halfway through the movie, and I woke up. I woke up when Harry was in heaven. So I was just like, what the fuck, dude? This movie took a turn for the fucking spiritual. What the hell? So I had to watch it a second time. I had to pay another movie ticket to really understand how Harry Potter ended. But But yeah, I don't know. I would recommend that sometimes it is better just to see the movie, especially if it's a series that's really well produced like that. Sometimes the movie experience is pretty fucking good if you really don't know what's going to happen, and I would recommend it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other times I've had that really like cerebral fantasy moment. Like when I was younger, in high school, middle school, I was not into fantasy at all. Like I liked video games, but I didn't really. I liked just the kind of like I want to kill shit, I want to shoot people kind of aspect of it. You know, the like. Rrr. I wasn't really into the like, man, I want to like role play in the fantasy world. Like I want to cosplay the characters. Like I was never really at that level of being into fantasy or really appreciating it. Oppa, here's the big ulti. Oh, daddy. Oh, we just have too much wombo for their combo. Good work, guys. Good work. That's dirty. But I had a few moments where I just really was so entrenched in the fantasy world that I realized that it's fucking awesome, man. You can really get into it. Avatar was another one. Oh my god. Now, Avatar, I think, was a little overrated. It was a top-notch flick. I only say it was overrated because, like, when it happened, it won, like, every award. Everyone was like, this is the greatest movie ever created. There is no movie that will ever surpass the rest. Oh, Avatar, it is the greatest piece of cinema. Like, okay, guys, it's a good movie, okay? It's not the greatest movie ever created. It will never be. It's whatever. It's too long. There are a lot of problems. There's a lot of fucking plot holes, but there is some shit in that movie that is really fucking cool. And the thing about Avatar is there were a lot of ways to see it. You could see it regular theater, you could see it regular theater 3D, you could see it regular IMAX, or you could see it IMAX 3D. So you had a whole spectrum of like how into Avatar. Oh god, how into Avatar do I want to be? Look at this bait. Look at this Witch Doctor bait. Holy Toledo. Holy Jesus. Go get him. I hit him with the curse. Oh, that was a waste of mana. So I saw it. I went all out. I saw it in IMAX 3D. And what's really good about that movie is that, like, some movies are made for... okay, there's a few things we need to talk about here. One is the way movies are filmed for IMAX. There are a lot of movies that are not filmed for IMAX that are just straight up like, oh, Wisp, I should have denied that shit. There are a lot of movies that are not filmed for IMAX. It's like a different fucking type of film, you know? It's like on a different resolution that they just play on IMAX, you know? It's like, oh, shit on IMAX. If it's not filmed for IMAX... it's not even close to the same experience. The Avatar that was on IMAX was actually filmed for IMAX. So it's like the full screen, there's no letterbox. It's very immersive, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is 3D. Same kind of a story. There are some movies that are made for 3D. They're filmed in 3D. And that's really cool. And then there's other movies, like the stupid fucking Pixar movies that are like, hey, this is a regular movie, but we have this cool software that can make it 3D. And it makes, that's like the really intense, like, whoa, man, Woody's throwing pieces of fire at me. You know, like, it's really intense 3D. It's almost too much. It's entertaining, but it's not very immersive. It's just like, damn, this is wild. Whoa, wowza. You know, it's like that movie when Johnny Depp eats all that acid and then goes to Vegas. What is it? Fear and Loathing. Right? It's so like 3D IMAX can be really, really amazing, or it can be really lackluster and kind of shitty. So if it's a movie that was actually filmed in 3D on IMAX film, it looks amazing in IMAX. Unbelievably immersive, beautifully done. Most movies aren't like that because it's really expensive. You pretty much have to know, like, all right, this movie is gonna fucking sell out, and that's how we can warrant this like big investment coming up. Oh, I was gonna save you, Jakiro, but you saved yourself. Look at you, big bye, okie dokes. So there you go. Now that we have that out of the way, we can understand why Avatar on IMAX 3D was so fucking amazing. I think if you didn't see it that way, you didn't get the opportunity to see it in IMAX with all that shit when you had the chance. What the fuck? A triple cast? Are you kidding me, McGee? Come on, Magooch. That is some bullshit. What? Yeah, what's the RNG on that bullshit? Huh? Oh my god. So immersive. And the great thing about Avatar's 3D is that it wasn't overly done. There's nothing worse when you go to... What is with this McGee? Ogre McGee, dude. Like, when you go to a movie and it's just, like, 3D in your face. I hate that shit. It gives me a headache. It just pisses me off. But the Avatar 3D was very subtle. You know, like those little floaty things that were in the air. Very subtle 3D. And to me, the effect was just total immersion. It was so realistic. It was just 3D enough that it kind of popped off the screen and it felt like you were in another world, but it wasn't so 3D that you're sitting there in the theater thinking, oh wow, I'm really glad I'm watching this movie in 3D right now, you know? It was just enough that it was so immersive. And watching that movie, I really felt like I was in it. You know that intro, if you ever go to an AMC theater and they like show the people in the theater, the little girls sit there, and then like they're sitting in the chair and the chair kind of gets wrapped up in vines and it's supposed to be like, oh, AMC theaters are so amazing, it's like you're immersed in the movie, you're actually part of the action. That's actually how I felt watching it. Like, there were points where I'm watching the movie and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, and then I look to my side and I'm like, all right, back to reality. I'm like, oh, good, everyone's still alive. And then she's like, all right, let's get back into it. And you just zone in and you're like, you're in the movie. And that movie is so long that once you get to, like, the 2-hour mark, I'm like, I feel like I'm friends with these characters. I feel like I really feel for Jake and Natiri and all their love. It's so passionate. It's so organic and real. Like, you feel the connection. And I feel like I wouldn't have liked Avatar as much if I didn't see it in 3D IMAX like that. I really genuinely feel that way. I think that really changed the experience in a way that I was so immersed and so into it that it was just like, I walked out of that movie like, that was fucking fabulous. You know, just like, oh God, so good. So that's my rant about Avatar. I think if you just rent Avatar now and pop it in on your plasma TV at home, you don't even get close to the same effect that you would if you had had the luxury of seeing it, when you had the opportunity to see it in IMAX in that really intense way. But I would say Avatar is a little overrated for sure. But it is so shitty though when you see those movies that are just not made for 3D and they're just trying to push the hell out of it. It's just it's the inverse value. It's straight up bad value. Uh-oh, he's got a double damage. He's got a double damage, and I don't like it. Oh, McGee. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, suck on that, Storm, you stupid dog. He's almost out of mana. Oh, the Bloodstone. What a turkey.
Here I come.
Good job, guys. Well done. Oh, McGee. Oh, McGee. He's so mad. He's so angry. A girl actually cried when they felled the tree right next to me. Oh, that's sad. So, yeah, Avatar was good. But,
I'll take that.
yeah, Fear and Loathing to Las Vegas. That's what it's called. Yeah. Wow, that was quite an Avatar rant, guys. I don't know where that came from. That was just like one of those rants that was just waiting to come up to the surface. You know, I've been holding on to that one for a while. But yeah, if you haven't seen Avatar, it's definitely worth a watch. The story was just way too unoriginal. It was very Dances with Wolves. A lot of people said it was like Pocahontas, and it was like Pocahontas-ish. There were similar motifs, but it was really more like the Dancing with Wolves bullshit. That's really like the whole idea of like, oh, you come in and then you become part of the tribe, and you're like you're kind of a plant, and you want to do all this dirty shit with all the intel. That's some Dances with Wolves bullshit. I don't know. I also didn't like the raid boss part at the end. To me, that was a very chintzy ending. Oh man, Void, that would have been such a nice combo if you didn't kill me. That's okay. I'm gonna buy some wards. Oh no, Faceless. Oh, boy. Ember Spirit with the cleanup. Nope, he's going to make the retreat. He must have the second Battle Fury.